Hey, this is Arthur with Arthur's Tiny House blog. Slightly different video from my usual, where I talk about things having to do with tiny houses. This is a piece, the fence from a table saw that I found on the side of the road. Table saw works okay. The motor spins fine, but the fence is in serious need of some TLC. You'll notice that the how I would tighten the fence to the saw is terribly rusted. Now you'll see that this is a water bath, and this is a Peter Chow power supply, an arcade power supply. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an electrolytic process to try to knock off as much of this rust as I can in order to avoid damaging this metal any further. Okay, and now we have our operation underway. We have our Peter Chow power supply hooked up. It is plugged directly into a GFCI outlet. Just in case something goes wrong, I want to have some amount of protection. Our leads from the power supply are hooked up to our piece of which we're trying to restore, and to a sacrificial piece of metal. Now, the leads, the negative power, the negative lead from the power supply is going to our piece we're trying to restore, and the positive lead goes to our sacrificial piece. And you can tell that it's working, and if you listen very, very carefully, you can hear the sound of little tiny bubbles exploding. That is the separation of the water and hydrogen and oxygen, so that so you know it's working. Stay tuned. You can tell it's working if when you take a look at your sacrificial piece and there's rutsy schmutz coming forming all around the edges. Your sacrificial piece will rust, and actually over enough time it'll develop holes. Also, something very important to note, the two pieces must not touch. It may look like they're touching in this shot, but there's about a 1/16 of an inch of space in between the two. The closer the pieces are together, the more effective the process will be. But they must not ever touch.